Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt with our Tuesday workout, bench press and some core and accessory work afterwards. Today, we're gonna start off with a 600-meter jog for the first round of the warm-up, a 400-meter jog at a little bit faster pace for the second round of the warm-up. So 2 total rounds through 600, 400, or somewhere between 3 and 2 minutes on those cardio pieces. Even if it's chilly, still good to jog outside unless you have like an asthmatic condition. There's some people that when they go from a warmer environment to a colder environment and then back in, messes with their throat. So I understand that. I would still like for everyone to be able to run even when it's cold outside. You probably won't die, probably. All right, when you get back in, we're gonna do 8 reps on each side of a pigeon tap. So you can kind of slowly work your way into that pigeon position, which is the outside of my leg is laying on the ground, right? And I would like to feel this in the glute and the hip and not in my knee. And then I'm gonna put pressure on my hands and kind of pike my way up and try to switch positions fast. So we're switching, and this is just called pigeon tap. So every time I'm trying to reach that outer hip towards the ground, so I'm getting a good dynamic stretch of that hip every time. Next, scap push-ups. So elbows straight, shrugging back, shrugging down, shrugging back, shrugging down. All right, after that, standing figure 4 to overhead reach. This is a balance exercise. So I'm gonna cross one leg over. So I want that ankle on top of my knee and start with my hands reaching up high, and then in control, I'm trying to reach down and try to get close to touching my toe. And you will feel this again, same or similar stretch to the pigeon, right? It's just a lot more demand on the foot and ankle to balance as we go all the way down and all the way up. And usually the first rep I do, I can't quite get to my toe. And then after I do 3 or 4, I'm able to reach down and touch my toe. So that shows like a good progression of stretch as you go through those exercises, right? And then the rotary reach, right? So standing, feet about hip width apart, hands together, and I'm just drawing one hand back, pushing the other hand forward, and rotating all the way open, trying to follow my hand with my eyes as I go back, alternating hands and trying to open up to hands closed, right? So like 0 degrees between my arms, all the way open, 180 degrees between my arms. I want to try to intentionally use those muscles across my upper back to stretch my chest out, right? And then finish with a warm-up set of bench press, and then we can go into our bench press after those 2 rounds. But bench press today, we're on our deload cycle, so this should not be terrible, right? So 50 to 50-ish% of 5, right? 5 reps. So this should not be awful today. And then the superset on all 5 rounds is gonna be 10 reps of our band face pull. So elbows straight, palms facing down, about a shoulder width grip on that band, pulling up over the top of my head, all right? And now, after I finish my bench press and my superset, the bar can come to the ground, but keep it out because we'll need it for the landmines, and you'll need some type of bar to hang from. This is probably what I would recommend for most people would be the adjustable pull-up bar, and then you'll need a dumbbell for the psoas march. But we're gonna start with a combo movement on a landmine press. So the one end of the dumbbell, or one end of the barbell will be stationary on the ground. The other end of the barbell will be my hand that's moving, right? So I'm gonna kind of take this stagger stance or an offset stance. The center of the barbell should be pointed about at the middle of my foot, and the middle of my foot is somewhere outside of that barbell. So I don't wanna be like up here on it. I wanna be right here where my foot is around that bar. And I'm gonna call this the inside hand, and this is the outside hand. So as I'm looking at the barbell, this is the inside and this is the outside. So I'm gonna reach down with good posture, grab the middle of the collar right there with the inside hand, and I'm gonna stand and pull at the same time until the bar gets to my chest, and then I'm gonna transition to push and pivot on the outside hand, all right? And as I come down, I'm just doing the opposite. So bar comes down, I'm gonna grab it again with the inside hand, pivot back to point it at the bar and up, right? So watch my feet, both feet pivot, inside first, outside push. Got it? All right, and then when you're done, switch to the opposite side, and same thing, inside hand pull, outside hand push. right? All right, that's our row to press with the landmine. Next one, we're gonna do 3 reps of a 4 or 5 second chest to bar hold. So I'm gonna pretend like I'm doing a pull up here, but I'm coming all the way up to my chest and I'm just gonna hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back down. Pull and hold. 3, 2, 1, and you should feel like contact between the bar and your chest, a ton of squeeze in those smaller and the bigger muscles in the middle of your back that would finish a chest to bar pull-up, but these are supported by your feet. Still pull as hard as you can, like you're trying to ram that bar right into the meat of your chest, right there at about your sternum, okay? That's our chest to bar hold. Next, you can take that band that you were using for your face pulls, pull it off the rig. We're gonna do our star pattern. So that is flat, diagonal, one direction, diagonal, the other direction, 8 reps of that sequence. And then our dumbbell psoas march. So this is working a glute bridge position, right? With a dumbbell in one hand, and then I'm just marching back and forth, trying to get those knees as high as possible on the march. And every time I hit the ground, I'm re-engaging my glutes, pushing my hips up to the sky, okay? It's our dumbbell psoas march, and then finish with V sit-ups, 16 reps of them, all right? And that's our core and accessory circuit. Get through that 2 or 3 times, moderate pace on that. It's a quality pace. Don't want you rushing through it. However, if you will use great technique and then compress the rest, you will get a nice little moderate intensity effect out of that workout, okay? That's it for today. Have a great one. I'll see you guys on Wednesday.